Good evening, Bournemouth. My name's Tony and I'm a recovered drug addict.
Guys.
I'm nervous, I'm anxious, and I'm excited. I thought if I speak here, it might evaporate. And a big shout out to the programming chair and vice chair for certifying me sane enough to come up here and do this. The last time I felt like this, I was just about to smoke a pipe that had danger written all over it. It was too big. There was a voice in my head that said, Tony, you might want to cut that in half. And then there was another voice in my head that said, smoke it, you pussy. I knew that when I came off the other side of that pipe, I was leaving some of me behind. I knew this. I knew I was coming off that pipe damaged. It had damage written all over it. But I did it anyway. And it's that type of thinking and that type of behavior as to why I got sent to use. I got sent here. I washed up on the beaches of Bournemouth in 2009. I would like you to believe that it was by my choice, that I swam ashore. I was a shipwreck. I came here via a treatment centre in Southampton. I had to be removed. Such was my using. Such was my devastation. My life was a mess. And you guys and girls welcomed me with open arms and said, we know. Desperate and dying, hopeless. You may have already detected from my accent that I'm not from here. I'm not from here. I come from a place in London called Hackney. And a good friend of mine who opened up CA UK in the Cotswolds last year best described Hackney as being hidden behind God's back. I mean, we're talking, I grew up in the 70s. We're talking crumbling infrastructure. We're talking disused factories. We're talking corrugated iron. Picture this. It's 1977. Hosepipe ban. Adventure playgrounds. Chopper and grifter bikes. Paper rounds and riding on the back of milk floats. Delivering red top, silver top and gold top milk. Whole families are battling poverty. There's more children's homes per square mile than anywhere else in the country. Families are pushing their children into these children's homes because they can't cope. High unemployment, alcoholism, burned out cars. And Tony in a big pair of fucking flares. Painfully aware. Flowery shirts with collars that came out to here. I'm being looked after in one of these children's homes by people that are still talking about the war. You don't know how good you've got it. Back in our day, we were evacuated. You'll get what you're given. And nothing was put to waste. Everything was handed down. And I'm painfully in self. And I'm wearing shoes that have got a 3/4 inch heel on the back. I'm just looking around to see if there's any children in here. But I feel like a cunt. I'm having my mouth washed out with Lifebuoy soap because I can't stop lying. I'm trying to find my significance in the world. I'm lost. I've been dumped in this children's home and all of my behaviours are coming out. Extensive bedwetter, headbanger. I'm not spared the slipper. And I can still hear their voices now. We're going to straighten you out, Tony. And I've got nowhere to run to. I don't know that I've got an extended family. I've got 13 brothers and sisters. There's 8 different mums. And a dad that just like putting it about. It's no wonder I gravitated into a disused garage on a particular estate and took to glue sniffing like a duck does to water. I couldn't wait for my pocket money so that we could all club together and send the oldest looking one into the hardware shop so that he could buy the pot of Evo stick. And we were all waiting round the corner. And I sat on a dirty bit of carpet in a disused garage with 6 or 7 other quite disturbed children. And we glue sniffed. And I found my release. I found my comfort. I was no longer painfully aware. The noise in my head was slightly turned down. And what I didn't realize was that I was forging the weapon that would one day return in its flight and cut me to ribbons. My story, like your story, is children's homes, secure units, detention centres, young offenders institutions, and prisons. because no one knew what to do with me. Let's have a moment of honesty. I took drink and drugs because I liked it. And I know some of you fuckers did too. I liked it to the detriment of my own personal health. I liked it to the detriment of my ambition. I liked it to the detriment of my children. And when I stopped liking it, I had real difficulty staying stopped from it. And this is why I was sent to you. On through the years I sailed. The substances may be different. The way that I took the substances may be different. The amount of time that I took these substances for may be different. But I did it because I liked it. It done something for me that I couldn't naturally produce for myself. It gave me significance. It gave me confidence. It gave me a sense of ease and comfort. It was a solution to a problem Tony already had. The big book of Alcoholics Anonymous says we're restless, irritable, and discontent, and unless we can experience that sense of ease and comfort that comes at once. And I chased that. I'll fast forward the tape. I'm free from all institutions. I'm now in this brave new world. I've got no idea how to navigate it. I'm making it up as I'm going along. With the help of crack cocaine and heroin. But I can take it or leave it. There was a time when I had choice and control. I could wake up to some in the morning. I used to be somebody. I did. I had aspiring goals and ambitions. I was afforded every opportunity to stand up straight and take a position in my community, and I didn't know how. I was an aspiring jeweler. People were investing in me. And I always seemed to fuck it up. I did. I always went back to the substances. They seemed to do more for me. So I'm in this flat. I'm not turning up for work. I've got this beautiful yellow DFS sofa. It is the centerpiece of my flat. I can take it or leave it. And just like that, the sofa was gone. And it was replaced with an orange Unigate milk crate. The windows were barred with metal coat hanger. The letterbox was sealed shut. I was drawing electricity from the communal hallway on an extension lead. I had sold absolutely everything of value. And it's dark, and I'm scared, and I'm alone, and I can't see a way out. And I'm putting a brave face on it. I hide behind this smile because I don't want anyone to inquire what's really going on. And I'm desperate and I'm dying. And I'm covered in scabies. And I'm wearing stolen clothes. And I'm feeling an extremely hard done by. I've been dealt a bum hand. And occasionally this illness would give me a hand that said to me, actually, it's not too bad. I'm being held up to ridicule in the crack house. I'm wearing jeans 2 sizes too small. I'm leaving nothing to the imagination. And I'm going there with my £9.75. And they're ridiculing me. And because I've still got a little bit of defiance and a little bit of fire in my belly, I'm saying, I won't always be like this. But secretly, I'm down for the count. I can't see a way out. I don't know about you guys and girls. I don't know about fellowship. And thank God I got arrested. I didn't think like that at the time, but thank God I got arrested. And now I'm incarcerated in one of those other institutions some of us end up in. All other interventions had failed. And I'm leaning on the landing in this particular institution, feeling extremely sorry for myself. My big toe has popped through the trainer, but my pride won't allow me to take a pair of theirs. I mean, how painful is that? I'm 42 and I'm writing my mum letters saying, you never cared about me, Mum. You need to send me a pair of trainers. And it's pitiful. It's pitiful. So she does. And they're a pair of Dunlop. And I won't wear them either. And I'm desperate and dying, and I don't even know it. And then an earth angel appears. He just happens to be a prison officer. And he says something to me that cuts through my denial. He says, I've watched you come in and out of here, Tony, for 20 years. Enough's enough. I'm going to get you some help. And he did. And before I had a chance to run down the Caledonian Road to the off licence, some funding was put into place, and he escorted me down to the train station, and he put me on the train, and he said to me, do not get off this train until you get to Southampton. And he must have said it about 4 or 5 times. And thus started Tony's journey to the asylum. So this is how mad I am. People have got together, some money's been put towards me. I've been sent to a treatment centre, and the first thing Tony does when he gets there is use her. I mean, how mad is that? And by the grace of God, the treatment centre decides to work with me, because the manager of this particular institution is one of us, and she understands what it is that we're really up against. I'm up against my mind. And I'm 10 again. You take Tony away from the substances, and my problems really start turning up. I'm looking under my bed for the monster that was there in my childhood. They've put an extra lock on my door. I'm having amazing, at the time they weren't amazing, panic attacks. They're giving me a paper bag to breathe into. I'm scared. I can't look in the mirror. There's too much guilt and shame. And it's you guys and girls that were coming into this treatment centre saying to me, Tony, you might be a little bit more unwell than you realise. I knew why everyone else was there. They definitely need to be in here. She definitely does. I'm just here to rest my weary nerves. You take the drink and drugs away from Tony, and all of a sudden I'm looking for different ways to change the way I feel. I turn into a bit of a nuisance around the women. I think the word I'm looking for is sex pest. I'm walking around the treatment centre with the big book, like I know some stuff. Oh, it was painful. So like I said, I washed up on the beaches in 2009 via a treatment centre in Southampton. I've got connected with you guys and girls who are now telling me what's wrong, and it is like a revelation. I've never heard it put like this before. I've got a seat at the table. You're sharing lived experience and knowledge with me, and it fits. I now understand why Tony uses. I now understand what happens. Is that my cue? Oh, I thought I was doing really well. I now understand why I use and why I can't stop using. So I get a sponsor. Somebody I've given permission to superimpose their ideas over mine, because my ideas don't work. Who lovingly takes me to his house every Sunday and opens up that book, and the magic starts happening. He's no longer with us. He went to sleep clean and sober and didn't wake up. And I will be eternally grateful to that man who showed me how to get out from under. By the time I turned up here, there was no one left to blame. I had to take responsibility. No one was coming to save Tony. And I embarked on the 12-step program. And I haven't looked back since. And I knew something magical was happening, because every time I came out of this man's study, his 5-year-old daughter was waiting for me. And I'd come out and she'd say, "I've got something for you, Tony." And I'd say, "What's that?" And she'd give me a sticker. But it was for the steps that I was taking. And I wrote my step 4 out, and I read it out. I read out my step 5 to this man, and I came out all bent out of shape. And she was waiting for me with a "well done Peppa Pig" sticker. And I knew that I was safe and protected, that I was in God's grace. And I'll announce my convictions with tact and common sense, because I know there's people in this room who are currently resident in one of Bournemouth's finest lunatic asylums. You're welcome. I know. You're mad. And if you've just said to yourself, "Well, I'm not mad," you're probably the maddest fucker in here. So I go through the 12-step process. I have a complete change in thought and attitude. I'm easily able to say, "No, that's not for me no more." I'm 2 years in. I'm living my best life on Bournemouth Beach. And I get a phone call. "Hi, Tony. This is the London Borough of Hackney Social Services. We've had to remove your twin daughters from their mum, who's left them home alone. Are you in a position to take them on. And it was my good friend Brian who said to me, "You've got to do this, Tony, because if you don't, you're going to fucking regret it for the rest of your life." 2 years in, I've got my daughters back, and they're terrorizing me. Through no fault of their own. Because now Tony can see the damage he's done to his children when he was greedily sucking on that pipe. It's not their fault. And I feel like I'm out of my depth. And it was you guys and girls who helped me bring these children up. You signposted me to parenting classes. You signposted me to cookery classes. You signposted me to the mental health team when my mental health started crumbling. Because the onslaught was constant. It was you guys and girls who told me what tampons to buy when they started their cycle. Because father doesn't know. They're 22 now. They came back to me when they were 6. They've got their own little council flats, and they are, for the most part, quite steady. And they ring me up, and they say, "Dad, we really love you." And I know I need to do this for me. Because in doing this for me, I get to do that for them. The consistency of this program, you guys and girls have allowed me to be a father. The consistency of this program has allowed me to be a man. The consistency of this program has allowed me to be a son and a brother and an uncle. I've got a 12-year-old with a lady that I met in the treatment centre. I was going up the stairs and she was coming down. And our arms touched, and it was like electricity. Unfortunately, that particular relationship didn't work out. But we've got this amazing son together. Our relationship is polite, civil, and respectful. We're best mates. He's an aspiring boxer. Father gets to take him all round the country watching him box. And I have these moments where I think, wow, I used to step over my daughters. I didn't know how to be a man. I didn't know how to look after myself. And yet, this has taught me how. I am truly blessed. I take this stuff really seriously because I've seen too many people not. I've been doing this for a long time, and I see people messing about. They fall off the wagon and they can't get back up. I'm trying to think of something profound to end with. So I'll end with this. If you're looking for a way out, my sincere hope is that you hear something over the next coming days that inspires you to come and join us. Come and join us. Come and join us. Come and join us. Because your life may depend on it. We've got something wonderful here. I am testament to that process. I couldn't see a way out. And all I had to do to allow this process to take place was get out of the fucking way. I'm sweating. Come and join us. Be kind, be loving, be gentle. Seek out where you can be helpful. It's not the Serenity Keeper's jobs to pick up your shit. Pick it up yourself. Personal conduct matters. I'll leave it there.